Oh, no, okay. Good morning, Sir Omar. We are the Group 2, and today we will be reporting our research entitled The Influence of Quizzes as a Game-Based Learning Medium Towards the Student Engagement Among Second-Year Psychology Students in San Pedro College. Next slide, please. There is no denying that COVID-19 health crisis has caused one of the enormous disruptions in history. In having the online learning setup, just like this one, students were now facing difficulties adjusting from what they were used to. Essentially, in a game-based learning system, Sir Omar, the course content is mapped into the game to provide a scenario environment of repeated self-learning. The continuing interaction and assessment can intensify the learning interests and motivation of many students. As a way to curb the gap, the researchers conducted this study to provide a solution to teachers like you, Sir Omar, that may progressively help them implement different learning styles in classes and encourage student participation in class, and thus may positively affect their learning and academic performance as a whole. Next slide, please. In the theoretical framework, we use the layered learning model by Eric Bauman, Sir Omar. In essence, the theory suggests a method of learning that widens the accessibility of information through digital media. Moreover, this theory will help in identifying how game-based learning platforms, specifically quizzes, and how it can influence or impact the student's engagement in an online class. Furthermore, it can acknowledge the suitable measures to promote a better and effective learning style that will help and benefit the teachers in dealing with this online class setup. Next slide, please. Conceptual framework. It shows the interplay between the independent variable, which utilizes quizzes as a game-based learning platform, and the dependent variable, the student engagement. Ultimately, this aims to know if there is an effect of integrating learning technology as an online learning tool and a new approach to student engagement during its synchronous online class discussions. Next, please. Statement of the problem. What is the level of student engagement with the usage of the quizzes game-based learning medium? Number two, what is the level of student engagement without the usage of the quizzes game-based learning medium? And lastly, does quizzes as a game-based learning medium significantly enhance student engagement? Next. Null hypothesis. Our null hypothesis is the influence of quizzes as a game-based learning medium does not significantly enhance student engagement. Next. So here are some of our definition of variables. Quizzes. It is a game-based learning medium that has an intensive database of quiz alternatives, making it a user-friendly tool. Game-based learning platforms, where students learn through games that put them in a non-threatening atmosphere, and they retain material through training and social interactions with their surroundings and friends. Lastly, student engagement. It includes a person's desire to learn from others, as well as their curiosity, attentiveness, and passion for doing so. Next slide. Significance of the study. In our significance of the study, for the students, they will be able to utilize different educational games or applications to assist them to succeed academically. For teachers, they are able to develop a more connected and engaging environment. And for future researchers, you will find the results of this study beneficial since it boosts student engagement in class. Next slide. So chapter 2, research design. This study is mainly carried out as a quantitative research. The objective of quantitative research is to collect numerical data from a sample of individuals to explain a phenomenon. Research respondents. The participants of this study are second-year students under a PS psychology program. The researcher divided the participants into two groups, 20 students from 2A as the control group and 20 students from 2B as the experimental group, for a total of 40 participants. The sampling design. We will utilize the cluster sampling method in choosing the participants. Next slide. In our measures, the data will be collected from the questionnaires via Google Forms sent. Moreover, the researchers will adapt a 21-item survey questionnaire engagement scale from John Marshall Reeve. The researchers will incorporate a 4-point Likert scale, and the respondents will choose among these choices: 1 for never, 2 for rarely, 3 for often, and 4 for always. Next slide. Data collection. So hear me out, sir. In our first step, the researchers will conduct a pilot testing to 30 randomly chosen participants before doing the main experiment for the evaluation. Step 2, if the experiment is verified, then the researchers will ask permission to the chosen professor who will assist during the actual experiment. Also, an informed consent would be given to the participants to let them know that the researchers will record their data. Step 3, the experiment will be conducted for 2 days with 2 separate sections, and the whole procedure will be explained at the introduction for each section. Phase 4, on the day for the first section, they will enter together virtually at a Zoom meeting. Then the professor will proceed with a mere online discussion with the online learning medium quizzes. Step 5, at the end of the session, the researchers will post the Google Form link as the questionnaire to the participants before letting them leave. Next, on the second day, the same procedure will be conducted. Hence, this time, the professor will inculcate the online learning medium quizzes to engage in interactive learning. The researchers will post the same Google link form after the discussion before letting them leave. Finally, the researchers will conclude the session by providing pertinent and detailed information regarding the experiment, and the collected data from the participants will be subjected to prior analysis. Next slide. Data analysis. The researchers will compile all the accumulated data and analyze it based on the participant scores. It will be analyzed through IBM SPSS Statistics version 21, and the mean will determine the level of each variable, and the independent t-tests will be utilized in the data gathered. Next slide. In the ethical considerations, the researchers will meet the ethical consideration in performing their studies. Full consent is necessary for research, particularly in data gathering. Consent will be asked before the respondents can participate in the research. The researchers will inform them about the research and its potential risks. The protection of privacy is also critical. In addition, the researchers should be able to protect the research data's confidentiality. And the researchers will seek permission to conduct the study through a letter of approval sent to the Arts and Science Department Dean. Next slide. So that was the end of our discussion. Here are the group members. Please introduce yourselves, everybody, starting from Gaster Ariba.
So, my name is Ari Bagaster.
Good afternoon or good morning, sir. I am Bugawisan Gian Abigail C.
Good day, sir, and everyone. I am Medina Ratmore.
Good day, sir. I am Nadine Branzuela Harid.
Next, see Dennis.
Good day, sir. I am Roshana Dennis.
Good day, sir. I'm Isaiah Delis P. Tago.
Lian, any final words?
And that would be all, sir. Thank you.